Hey guys, welcome back to Cindy's Losing It. And yep, not my mind. That'll always be what I'll say. But this way, so um, I wanted to jump on today and talk to you guys about my appointment that I had yesterday. But before I get into that, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart with all sincerity. Thank you so much for following me on this journey. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Let me know that you're following me. Make comments on my videos. If you have any questions, you can always drop the question there in the comment section. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can reach out to me on Facebook. You can reach out to me on Instagram. And if I know you personally, you can always text me or call me, right? So let's talk about my appointment yesterday. I was very, very excited about it. So when I got there yesterday, my nutritionist was ready for me. And so I went in to see her. Of course, the first thing she does is put me on the scale. And I got on the scale, and when everything was said and done, from the time that I had, 2 weeks before I had my surgery up until now, I've actually lost about 26 pounds. So yay, I'm super excited about that. I actually thought it was closer to 30, but hey, that's okay. I'll take the 26. They already told me that I'm way above my target goal. They said that the target goal is only to lose about 8 pounds a month, but my goal is to try to lose about 10 pounds a month. So if I lose 8, then I hit their goal. If I lose 10, then I hit my goal. I do understand that the further I become, the further I move along, it's gonna stabilize, and I won't be losing as much per month. So that's why I'm shooting right now for the 10 pounds per month. So I got there, we talked about that. She gave me what my goal was. She broke out the paperwork, my handouts that she gave me, that talked about, the fact that I'll be able to start eating solid foods next week. So I'm super excited about that. So I'll be eating my solid foods next week. And she told me certain things that I can't eat, things that you would think would be good for you because they're soft, like mashed potatoes and applesauce. Those are definitely 2 no-nos. I guess because the applesauce is full of sugars, and the mashed potatoes is full of starch. So I totally understand that. So I'll need to eat things that are definitely high in protein. I know that without putting enough protein in your body, you start to lose your hair and things of that nature. And I don't want to lose my little bit of hair I have. I definitely don't want to lose it. So we talked about what I could eat. We talked about my goals. We talked about my future appointments when I come back. What else did I talk about with the nutritionist? It was really, really insightful. I will say that I honestly feel like I was given way more information in my appointment yesterday than I was prior. But it was probably because it was, I now have goals. Whereas before I had my surgery, I really didn't have any goals because, like I said previously, I couldn't lose any weight before my surgery in order for my insurance to approve it. So I spoke with the nutritionist. I only talked to her yesterday for about 20 minutes. Normally it's usually about a 30-minute session, but I didn't have any more questions. She pretty much gave me everything really, really quickly, so I was excited about that. And so then I got done talking with my nutritionist. Then I sat down and I talked with the nurse practitioner, and she went over a lot of my results from my blood work that I had taken prior to my surgery. And so she told me, according to my blood work, that my thiamine was low, that my blood sugar was fine. But she did tell me, well, actually not my blood sugar was fine. She actually told me that I was still pre-diabetic. And so I knew that I was pre-diabetic over the previous years. And that was like 3 or 4 years ago that I was told that I was pre-diabetic, but I was still pre-diabetic. But guess what? My blood pressure had went down, so I was super excited about that because in my previous videos, I shared with you guys that my blood pressure had went up. But, all of that has now regulated, And when I go back to, I'll have to go and do another, have some more blood drawn in a couple of months. And when I go to have that blood drawn, I know that I will no longer be pre-diabetic. So I'm super excited about that. I just believe that within my heart. Also, we talked about the fact that my thiamine was low, my vitamin D levels were low, and I don't know if I talked to you guys about this previously, but they said the way to make your vitamin D levels go up is to go get in the sun. Well, if you know me, if you see my complexion, I won't be spending too much time out in the sun, right? So I am now on vitamin D vitamins to make sure that that's all regulated. And then the thiamine is actually in my multivitamin that I take. She did tell me that my gallbladder, which I already knew this, when I went and had the ultrasound for my gallbladder, they saw some sludge. And they equate that to something that can, I guess, eventually go together and create gallstones. So she said that, so they placed me on this medication that I actually started yesterday. I don't want to say it the wrong way, but Uresadol or something like that. So I have to take that now, 2 of those a day to prevent, she said that it has about a 75% chance of causing you to not develop gallstones. So I started taking that yesterday. And then, so all of that is fine. And then they scheduled me for a group session with the nurse. And not just with the nurse, but with other clients that had the weight loss surgery. So I'm really excited about going to that and just to hear more information concerning, the whole weight loss process and everything. What else did we talk about? She and I discussed so much. Oh, the thing that was so awesome about yesterday was they had me drink this stuff. It was probably only about this much. It wasn't much at all, in a little bitty paper cup. And I drank it, and she put me in front of this x-ray machine. And I drank it, and you can see it go down my esophagus into my stomach. And my stomach is very small. It's probably only about, I don't know, about this big, if you guys can see that. That's all how big my stomach is. And it, when I drank the liquid, it went down through my esophagus, it went into my little stomach, and she showed me that on the side, if there was any leakage, if it wasn't secure, if it wasn't healing correctly, or if the staples wasn't holding my stomach together, then it would have been some leakage. And guess what? There was no leakage in my little stomach. So, and I just referred to it as a little stomach compared to how big it was before, right? Because previously it was about the size of a football, if not bigger. But now it's about the size of a banana, a pure banana probably. So I got to watch that. That was really, really exciting. And as contrary to what I heard in the past about how bad the stuff tasted that you drink, it wasn't that bad at all. So we talked about that. We talked about the appointments that I have coming up. Like I said, I have the group session coming up. I have where I have to go in and take some more blood work. I have to go back and see the nutritionist again, and there's one more appointment that I have. I think they put about 4 appointments on that piece of paper that I have. So I'm excited about this journey. I actually, like I told you guys from the beginning, I told you that I'll always be transparent and I always tell you the truth about everything. So initially I was supposed to have 6 weeks off of work. I got my paycheck today and it was not desirable. With that being said, I will be returning to work next week within 3 weeks. I was released yesterday when I went to work. They released me I have no more restrictions. I can now work out, so I'm super excited about that. So since the restrictions have been lifted, I can go back to work. And they never really said that I had to be off for a certain amount of time. That was just something that I wanted to do because I felt like I needed a break. But my pockets, honey, my pockets. I got bills to pay, so I have got to go back to work next week. What else? I actually didn't get the chance to see my surgeon yesterday. I was looking forward to seeing him, but I didn't get to see him, but that's okay. What else did we discuss? My nurse has actually had the surgery before, and she was telling me about how I believe she said that she was 350 pounds when she had the surgery. And she is 30 pounds away from losing 200 pounds. So I was super duper excited for her, just to see, where she was and where she is now. So that was very exciting for me to see it. There's nothing like, just for instance, like if you go to the dentist and you're having your teeth pulled or something, if someone's never had it, they really can't tell you much about it other than what they've learned. But because she's actually walked the journey herself, she can give me, of course, and no two people are the same either. Let me quickly say that, because what I experienced, the next person might not experience, or you might not experience, but they can give you some type of, some guidance along the way, if you will. So, all in all, my appointment yesterday was awesome. I will be quick to tell you that I go to BMI of Texas. That place is impeccable. They are awesome. The only issue I have sometimes is because it's such a big office and there's so much going on there. Sometimes they may not get back to you as quick as you would want them to. But that's when I know how to dial that number and call them for myself and ask any questions that I have. And one thing about them, they aren't above answering your questions. I actually believe that is all I have today. I don't think that I have anything else to share. But like I said to you guys at the beginning of this video, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't, please do so. Share this with somebody who you know might need it. Obesity is killing us as a people. When